Hey everyone, Mac Gardner here, certified financial planner, author of Motivate Your Money, and I am beyond excited. I've known this guy for years, beyond excited to be speaking with the one, the only Sid Misra, CFP. Sid, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm glad you could join us. Sid, take a few moments, tell the folks out there a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your passion and your journey, please.
Absolutely. So I am a certified financial planner based out of Northern New Jersey. I actually work with my dad, who's been in the industry for about 28, 30 years. And so I'm learning from him, trying to build my own book of business, help my own clients out, as well as just learn as much as I can from him. And I connected with Mac a few years ago on LinkedIn. I like to create content to educate people on their finances, about how they can approach things differently. I also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Sid Misra, where I put out educational videos every week. So definitely check that out.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, Sid, the project that we're working on, and I'm very thankful that you decided to join us on it. We're calling it three pointers. And here's why. There's a top three for everything in life, right? Sodas, cereals, cars. There's like a top three. And as I was sitting down, I was thinking to myself, you know what? What if we could ask some of the top minds, thought leaders in, personal finance or financial planning, what their top three pieces of advice would be, either that they received themselves growing up, your pops is in the business, which is pretty cool, or that you share with clients. So with that in mind, Sid, what are your top 3 points, man?
Absolutely. I love this idea. I'm very happy to be a part of it. I think the first one that I'd like to start with is understand opportunity costs.
Mm.
So money is finite, our resources are finite. Unfortunately, my last name is not Bezos or Walton, and neither is yours. And so we have a limited amount of money to work with. And we have to understand that if we spend it on something, if we use it on something, we don't have the ability to use it on something else. And so, what I tell people, I tell clients, understand and get very clear on what you want to see happen, what you want to accomplish, what are your goals, and then get very, intentional about your pursuit of accomplishing that and put your resources towards that. If you don't define what you want to do and you're spending money on different areas, you're never going to truly accomplish what you want, and you're going to run out of money. You're not going to have the resources to do it. So understand the opportunity costs and understand the trade-offs to the decisions that you're making.
I love that. I when I talk to people about budgeting, it's funny because budget gets such a bad connotation in people's lives, but all budgets are rules. They're just rules for your money, right?
Yeah.
Like football. We're go Terps. We're both Maryland fans. We're talking about those
Terps,
before we
baby, let's
started.
go.
And every football game has rules, right? Whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. You have 4 downs to get 10 yards, unless there's a penalty or something like that. So, you know, I love that first point. You have to provide your money, your capital rules and guidelines. So that's great. What's point number two, bro?
So point number two is actually it's interesting you brought up rules, because I think what I want to do, and what this is doing, this program that you're doing, is we're talking about the rules. And I think people have to understand, we're all part of the financial system, whether we want to be or not. And there are rules to the game. And if you understand the rules, if you understand what's available and how to utilize that, you can take advantage of it and you can build wealth and you can live life how you want to. The people that don't understand the rules, they don't understand how compound interest works against them instead of using it for them. For example, right, they get abused by the system. They are controlled rather than actually being in control. So understand that there are rules to the game, and you have to understand them and then utilize them to your advantage.
Okay, so we could literally sit on this this point right here, sit for like a good hour, but I
Oh, we
promise you,
could,
we would
yeah.
not take this. One of my favorite rules is the rule of 72, right?
Yes.
We have we have worked with clients probably too many times to count where we're managing their money and they're like, okay, when will my money double? And it's like okay, that's not how investing works. It's long term. But the rule of 72 for folks who don't know is if you want an idea of how long it takes for money to double, take the rate of return. Let's just say you can get 10% rate of return on your money, right? 72 divided by 10 is 7.2 years. And so if
Right.
you did start with an investment of just round numbers, $100,000, and you could get a 10% rate of return every year, you would have $200,000 in about 7.2 years. And so I love that point, that second point, understanding the rules. And I think financial education is a great way to get folks understanding and aware of what those rules are.
Absolutely. The more you understand it, the more you can use it to your advantage. If you don't know it, right? If you're playing football, we brought up football. If you don't know the rules to football, you're getting penalized for it. You're going to get blown out. You're going to not score any points, and the other team's going to score a ton of points. So you have to understand the rules and play within the boundaries of the game.
I love it. I love it. All right. So what's point number three?
So point number three is more in the abstract sense is, growing up, we always thought, or a lot of us still do, we think about wealth as the house that we live in, the car we drive, the clothes that we wear, the things that we can do with our money. And what I tell clients, I tell prospects, I tell people in general is wealth isn't about the money you have. It's about the control you have over your life.
Mhm.
When we start out in life, we have to trade our time to get money. We have to go to a job, we have to work 40, 50, 60 hours a week to get compensated for that. And the whole idea is we generate wealth, we build wealth for ourselves so that eventually in life, we can trade that money to get our time back. We can do the things that we want to. If we want to spend time with family, want to go and travel and have experiences, we just want to be there with the people that we love. We want to help bless them so that they graduate without having student loan debt, for example, because that takes away from their time, being able to pay that off. I want people to think about wealth in that regard. It's the ability to control your life and to help the people that you want to help the causes you want to help, and just live life on your own terms.
I love that, Sid, for so many reasons. I remember sitting down with folks that have tons of money, and it's amazing how people think that just because you have a lot of money, that you have no problems in the world.
Right.
And so a lot of times, the more money that folks have, the bigger the problems were. But uh, why I like that point is because it really shows that what we do as advisors, as certified financial planners, is we sit down with people. I call it the three F's. You ask about their family. Tell me about your family, mom and dad, siblings, kids, so on and so forth. Then you talk about the future. What do you want this stuff that I'm helping you manage here to do? And then you get to finances. So the
Hmm.
finances is the third part. The first two are the most important part of this, brother. It's who you want to take care of and what are those goals and what do you see the aspirations to be. And I think if more people understood that process, they would be able to definitely benefit from your sage words of wisdom. It's like, look, the money's great, but what's it doing for you?
Yeah. What do you actually want to do with it? I mean, people you can spend all the money you want to buying the cars and clothes. I think we all realize, like, after a certain point, the material stuff, it doesn't fix the hole there, it doesn't fill that up, it doesn't give us any value beyond that. And so there are other things. What do you truly want to see happen? How do you want to truly live your life?
That's great. Look here, man. Those are three very, very powerful points. Sid, if you could please hit us, give them back to us. One, two, three. We're gonna put them out there for folks to see and read. So share with us your 3 pointers, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So number one is understand opportunity costs. Resources are finite, so we have to understand what we want to accomplish, and we have to be intentional about how we deploy our resources and time towards accomplishing those goals. The second one is, there is rules to the game. We're all part of the financial system. There are rules to understanding it, and so understand those rules, educate yourself, and work to utilize them to your advantage. You have to understand that to be able to build wealth. And the last point, and one of the most important ones, is wealth is not about the money you have in your account and the cars and things that you drive. It's how you can actually live your life. Are you able to do the things that you want to? Are you able to actually live life the way that you want to? And that to me is what wealth is.
Shout out to my brother Toussaint Bailey. I don't know if you know Toussaint, but a lot of the work that he does really touches on that third point. And I'm
Awesome.
glad the industry as a whole, Sid, is really starting to understand the impact that we have as financial planners, as financial advisors in people's lives, to really bridge a lot of those concerns and thoughts that people have. Sid, again, thank you so much for joining me, sharing your 3 pointers, sharing the 3 points of advice that you think can help people as they walk their financial life journey, their path.
Yeah,
They're blessed to have people like you and your dad in their lives, to give them that guidance. The journey continues, and you know what I like to say to people is, whatever motivates you, motivate your money.
absolutely. I appreciate that. And like you said, the journey continues.
Take care, brother. Go Terps.
Thank you. Go Terps.